Welcome back everyone to Doll of the Week. This week we're going to talk about, for the first time by the way, a doll that is not Barbie among the dolls we're going to talk about. First one up today is this doll, and I'm wondering if any of you recognize this. Let me know if you do, by the way. This is a Candi doll that I bought years ago at a doll show. She obviously was not in this outfit. I put her in the outfit later as I thought it fit her. But this is an Asian doll. You can tell, I'm sure, that it's Asian or Asian inspired. And it has a lot of nice hair. It's got some really great earrings that came with the doll, as you see here. And this doll was, I don't know the exact name. Maybe some of you can help me with that, but it did have a particular name that referred to the doll. I just really thought it was an excellent beauty, and I really liked the elaborate or extensive makeup for the eyes, and the lips were quite bright. So, very pretty doll. Now, along that line of Candi dolls, here's another one that I got. And this is obviously a blonde one, but she's quite different than Barbie. Much different look in the face. And this is in a Barbie outfit that's from Fashion Avenue. I'm sure some of you recognize that. I always liked this for the detail and the whole look of it. It's rather wintry to me. But it also has some handmade earrings that someone I knew at the time made. I did not make these. Let's see if you guys can see those better. It's got 4 layers, and if I can keep the one from shaking, you'll be able to see it better. It's got beads and baubles and a little bit of everything. So a little bit on the big side, but hey, who doesn't like big earrings? I like them. But anyway, pretty doll from Candi. One thing that you're probably noticing, especially on that doll, is the serious look on their face. I think that later Barbie went to that look, and at least in the adult collector line, and looks more like Candi now. At least that's the way I feel about it, in some ways. Now, here's the last of the 3 Candi dolls I have, and as you see, this one is in a box. It was for a doll convention that the club I was in at that time, in 1997, had hosted. So this was called the Hoosier Favorite Doll Club, and I know that's backwards because this is like a mirror effect, but that's what it says, is Hoosier Favorite Doll. And they were kind of putting a play on the words. We were called the Hoosier Doll Club, but this was the name of this doll for the convention, the Hoosier Favorite Doll Convention. And therefore it was some Candi, some Barbie, etc. Now, you can see here that this has a race car theme because of the Indianapolis 500. That is where I'm located, by the way. And I thought that the designer of this box did a really good job with the crowd and the airplane above, or prop plane, and of course the car itself. Now when you open the box, if I can get the box open, it's kind of tricky at times. Got to get a grip on it. There we go. The helmet is usually on her, but I took it off so that you would be able to better see her in here. And she's got that's one of the things I liked about Candi at the time that I wished Barbie had at the time, was a very striking look and distinctive makeup. She was not all happy looking all the time. She looked serious, she looked focused, and this one also of course has a trophy, so that helps. And we did, the members of the club who volunteered, put these dolls together in the boxes. We put them in their outfits, we braided their hair, as you see here. I learned a lot about braiding hair at the time because I really hadn't done a lot, believe it or not. And she came with a little convention pin. So each person who went to the convention got one of these, and I don't know exactly how many that was, but I'd say we made about 200, maybe a little more than that. So it was a pretty good size. I don't know if you noticed or can see it, but she does have a tiny little freckle here above her, or maybe a beauty mark above her lip. So anyway, this is Candi, the red-headed Candi from the Hoosier Favorite Doll Convention. and that was 1997. And as you see here, it's got the name on the front of Michaelman, or I think that's how it said. And he was obviously involved in the creation and the design and production of Candi. I'm sure other people were too. I'm not sure exactly who. I believe Paul David was involved, but I couldn't say that for sure. So anybody who can help clarify that, please let me know. Okay, moving on to a couple Barbie dolls that we want to cover this week from 1985. We're going to talk about the most famous probably from that year, and that is Peaches and Cream Barbie. I'm sure a lot of you have had that or have it, and here is my example. Peaches and Cream Barbie is from that glamorous time period of the mid-80s, at least I think it was, and she was beautiful. She is beautiful. This doll's been out of the box for many, many years, but as you can see, she's in good shape. She looks good. Her outfit looks pretty good for that many years. It's a bit dingy. The peach color is definitely faded some, but overall she's looking good, and she has her same necklace and earrings still on. I didn't take those out, so there would be very little reason for that to disappear. So that's the one I have that's out of the box. I have one to show you in the box, which is the African American version. And you see how they originally came with the boa above their head and shoulders. She's got that sash around her waist, and I do have that for this one that's out of the box, but it's not here with me right now. On the back, you see her with a Ken doll. Now, they didn't make a Peaches and Cream Ken. I always wished they did, because I like to get the coordinating Ken. But maybe they thought that would be too feminine. I don't know. They did other Kens like Day to Night Ken, Crystal Ken, Dream Glow Ken. So I think they should have done a Peaches and Cream. Now, they showed you the many things you could do with her stole or boa, whatever you wanted to call it, including what you see here. You could do quite a bit. And you know, there was the one around the bottom too, so that was part of it as well. So this is the African American version of Peaches and Cream. Glamorous change around stole is what they call that. And the last one I want to show you in the Peaches and Cream line is the Repro Peaches and Cream doll, Barbie doll, from a couple, well, actually more than a couple years ago, but a few. This is her, and it clearly shows she's from 1985. It was part of the collector series for My Favorite Barbie, and this was one of them. I'm not sure how they determined that, but maybe it was based on sales or a write-in vote or something like that. But this is her, and she's got a lot of different things that come with her, including the original outfit. To me, her hair is a little bit different than it was originally, but I'm not sure of that. It just seems different, not quite exact. And then, you know, the good thing about this package is how easy it is to take out and show people or look yourself at without the front on it. And so there is the Repro Peaches and Cream with her fashion booklet and some other cards, including the one for Peaches and Cream herself. On the back, as I said, they show a couple other things, including two of the other dolls in the series, the original Black Barbie from 1980, and this is, I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with this 1964 Barbie, which was the swirl ponytail that year. So that is Peaches and Cream. So you've got the original, and you have the Repro, and, you know, obviously the Repro has a much peachier dress. Okay, last but not least today in our series is the Barbie called Crystal Barbie, and that's this one here. This is my original Crystal Barbie with her crystal stole. It's quite festive, as you can see. Almost makes it look like shimmering ice or something. I mean, I thought this was a cool doll. There were so many cool dolls back then. I mean, seriously. So, you know, she's got her earrings. She's got the long kind of earrings. They didn't give her a necklace, I guess, from what I've got here. And I always thought they should have, but maybe she just had enough bling in her outfit. I do have one in the box, so actually, I have to correct myself because they did give her a necklace. I think what happened with mine is that it broke, and I have it still somewhere, but it broke and it can't stay on her neck. That's what I remember at this point. Because I was going to say, if they didn't give her a necklace back then, they pretty much all got them. I was quite surprised. She is shown with the crystal can that you see here on the back, and it says they shine with glamour from head to toe, and that they do. Here's one of the crystal cans out of the box, so you can see how they look together. He is from my original set, and he's quite good condition, in a very, still looks very new. So, you know, he's just been well taken care of, is basically the case. One thing I love about this, and remember these still have the metal snaps from back then that were so much more solid, is this vest, this glittery iridescent vest, was just kind of cool, I thought. He's got the purple tie that goes with it. So he's looking rather Mr. Rourke from Fantasy Island, if you ask me. But I do think he's a great companion for this doll. So this is Crystal Ken and Crystal Barbie from 1983. And also one last one. Here's the Crystal Ken in the box. And he is looking fine. But, you know, he really doesn't look that different from this one. So, like I said, this one's just in very good condition. One thing that was an issue with these dolls sometimes is the pants not wanting to stay closed, especially if you sit them too much. They constantly want to pop open like that. But this one is actually a one piece with the shirt. It's all one piece, so, you know, it's just a matter of the snap in the back not wanting to stay closed the minute you move him. So maybe in that regard, Velcro is better, but I still kind of like the metal snaps. So with that, we're going to wrap up today's episode with Crystal Ken and Crystal Barbie, and she's a good friend of Peaches and Cream Barbie. So I hope I hope you've enjoyed today's episode, and I will see you next week.